Thank you for that wonderful introduction. We appreciate that. Good afternoon. My name is Jessie Thomas, and this is Nick McMorris. And as she had mentioned, we are with Benedictine. Benedictine actually serves approximately 90 school students as well as 100 adults in Ridgely, Maryland, if you can believe that. So virtual job coaching. What is virtual job coaching? Well, as with any great idea, it comes from a need. And I actually had a young lady who was working who needed additional support, and a job coach was not acceptable to the employer. So, we created a solution, and hence we have what we call virtual job coaching. So what is virtual job coaching? Well, it's an intentional service that's helped to educate and support the employer, and a method to preserve the individual's independence. It's an added service to the individuals and their families for which they serve, and it helps to eliminate some community fears. In some cases, people don't want a job coach when they're out working, so this opportunity helps to alleviate that. For employers, I think the biggest plus is that when they have a small shop, they have the opportunity to have a job coaching service without that extra body, and in some cases can be pretty cumbersome. The beauty of job coaching is that, and virtual job coaching is, it's a job fading technique. It's a way to kind of move away from that individual and create independence, and it works for both verbal as well as nonverbal. In saying what virtual job coaching is, I want to be clear on what virtual job coaching is not, and that is it doesn't take the place of one-to-one services or necessary job coaching. And it is not just a chat time, it does require preparation. So who benefits from job coaching, virtual job coaching? Well, everyone does. The individual, the employer, and of course us as a provider. It's an additional service. And the families have a better sense of security when the individual goes out. So how do you get started? Well, I recommend you pick the youngest member on your team and say, how do we do this? And that's exactly what I did. And I'm turning it over to Nick.
Hi, my name is Nick McMorris. I'm going to be talking about the technology aspect of virtual job coaching. With Apple's user-friendly formatting system and easy accessibility to applications, the iPad has emerged as a prime candidate for virtual job coaching. But what's needed for virtual job coaching? The iPad with a front and rear facing camera and FaceTime already downloaded onto it. Although FaceTime is already on the iPad, Skype's an easier application, so you'd benefit to have both. There are also other ways of using this technology, whether it's other tablets, smartphones, or computers with front and rear facing cameras. Other devices, as previously mentioned about the tablets, iPads, Google Nexus, Samsung Galaxy, Kindle Fire, BlackBerry Playbook, or computers with front-facing cameras. Why virtual job coaching? Virtual job coaching is incredibly accessible. It's a great training tool for fading techniques. It's convenient for the employer and the individual. It enhances communication while promoting the independence of that individual. There are things to remember about virtual job coaching. One is that it is an intentional documented service. It does not replace the one-to-one supports, and it's essential that if you're going to do it, you have to have a good relationship with the employer for it to work. Remember that when using this practice, always make sure that you assess the situation, make sure that person it's good for that person, because it is not for everybody.
Thank you. As Nick had mentioned, virtual job coaching is not for everyone, but I do think that it is emerging as a wonderful tool for a lot of people to create independence. We thank you for the opportunity to stand before you today, and do hope that you were ignited. Our contact information, of course, is there, and you can look for Benedictine website at www.benschool.org. And you can find our contact information if you'd like to know more. Thank you.
Thank you.